Let's continue our discussion about how well we can teach our students read faster and read for comprehension purposes. And in this regard, we will look at how we can help our second language students, especially how you as language teachers in the Pakistani context, if you want to increase the oral reading speed of your students, what's out there, what the research suggests, what are the activities which we can bring in the classroom to help our students maintain their reading speed, the oral speed while they are reading. So that some of the contents of this module reveal that reading aloud can be one of the ways of developing oral reading speeds of second language students. Well, that may sound a bit funny, how we can make our students read aloud, but it has its significance for second language learning, specifically for reading. And in this regard, when we make our students read aloud, we motivate them, we encourage them to focus on the message of what they are reading, or what the text is actually meant to convey, what are the intended meaning of the text. So this could be one of the ways when we involve our students into reading aloud to develop their oral fluency. And this can be very useful in small classes where the teacher can sit with the students and where she can listen what the students are reading. So one of the best ways is to put the students into groups. Pair work can be effective. And I can give example, and the research suggests a nation's book on reading, teaching reading and writing to ESL, EFL students. This book suggests that pair work can be used as an effective technique to help develop oral fluency. How? For example, if we give 500 words activity to a pair of students, we ask one of the students to read that and ask the other one to listen. And in this way, the reading student can become conscious because it's being listened. And after reading that particular text, the other one can be asked to read and the first one can be asked to listen. So this is how it becomes quite interactive, and it has its many advantages in a second language classroom. And specifically, if you are teaching at school or college level, you can bring in some activities and develop this taste of reading aloud to develop fluency. So this is kind of called assisted reading, because the teacher is out there to help and promote, and the peers are out there to help and promote this activity. So it can become a profession, because this is how one person's reading can become another person's input. And the teacher also can sit side by side and read the same text. And this is how the spellings, the pronunciation can be developed. So if the students come across or experience some problems, these could be helped out by the listener, the teacher or the peer. So if you want to bring in this sort of technique in your classroom, in your reading classroom, I would suggest that 15 to 30 minutes activity a week, let's say a fortnight, can be very useful. So extensive reading can be developed by making our students read aloud, and we can specify the time in the classroom where we involve our students into reading aloud for extensive purposes, where the students listen to each other and where one person's reading can become another person's input. And in this regard, it's important the text which you want to bring in the classroom. The text, the research suggests, especially Nation in his book ESL, EFL reading, this book suggests that we can bring in some texts which are appealing, which are in the form of short stories. And in this way, we can increase oral reading speed.